Do you get the different locales and villages in Goa mixed up? Do you get Moira and Morjim confused, or Verla and Varka? If you do, you may need a little bit of help, or a lot of help. But hey, that's why we're moving to reference the most iconic game of real estate in the world, Monopoly. So, here's Goa's Monopoly board, or for the lack of another short form, Goapoly. I know it's corny, but stick with us. This is your classic Monopoly board, the one so many of us grew up making or breaking friendships at. Let's see how we could replace the traditional places with their Goan equivalents. Let the games begin. Let's begin where all Monopoly games begin, with tons of money in our pockets and the first properties on the board, the Browns. We've chosen to put Vatorda and Benolem on this, at 20,000 rupees per square meter and 15,000 rupees per square meter respectively. Now, both these locations are beautiful, incredibly scenic. They are also very untapped locations at this point. There's a lot of property available close to the beach. And if you're looking for long-term investment, it's a really great place to be. If you ever have the opportunity to pick up a piece of property in this area for investment, please do, because the prices there will only ever go up. Now, let's take a look at the likeness. On these spaces, we debated quite a few, but we finally settled on Majorda at 20k per square meter, Ashram and Mandram at 30k per square meter, and Korba at 20k per square meter. These are actually excellent options. These are the up-and-coming locations with some fabulous property available close to the beaches where you have some well-known restaurants and excellent nightlife. These are the areas in which you might be interested in buying right now, just as the growth is beginning, looking at them as long-term investment opportunities. Majorda has beach proximity, the airport, luxury hotels, and it's a relatively upmarket space in South Goa. Kolva is a little bit further south, but has excellent proximity to Margaon, the beaches, and some fabulous restaurants. The hotspots of Goa tend to grow northward, and so Ashram and Mandram are definitely in that trajectory. There has already been a great increase in interest by businesses as well as developers in that area. The beaches are beautiful and swimmable, and the international airport is right nearby. Let's turn the board a bit. Here, we've decided on Socorro at 40k per square meter, Salvador do Mundo at 40k per square meter, and Kadamba Plateau at 35k per square meter. These are all green, peaceful neighborhoods for long-term residents and migrants like us. Especially Kadamba Plateau, which has recently become a bit of an education hub with 4 international schools in the area. The oranges are an interesting lot. They don't really fit together in one category, but the price of the land is similar. So we're going to look at each one to really understand the loan. Here we've chosen Moira at 45k per square meter, Aldona at 40k per square meter, and Morjim at 45k per square meter. Moira and Aldona are excellent prospects for long-term living and relocation. You are approximately 20 minutes away from the hotspots and living in a little bubble that is a true peaceful Goan village. Morjim is the beach closest to the airport. It has the sea on one side and the river on the other, which means that you have multiple options when it comes to water views. There are also lovely places for you to hang out and spend your day, including lying on the beach and having a cold one. Now, time to spin the board again. Our reds have some lovely residential areas as well as a large industrial area. Here, we're looking at Arpora at 50k per square meter, Sangolda at 50k per square meter, and Pelen at 50k per square meter. Now, while there are some beautiful gems still available in these areas are almost tapped out. There are some beautiful stores and some fantastic restaurants for you to wander around in and spend your day. And the beaches are within driving distance. But if you want to be able to walk to the beach, then these areas are not for you. All 3 of our yellow properties are centrally located in the north, close to Panjim, the hotspot, as well as the beach line. Here we're looking at Para at 55k per square meter, Sanegaon at 55k per square meter, and Verla at 50k per square meter. All 3 are great residential options for investment or relocation. These are currently the best locations to invest in North Goa because the prices, while still high, still have a ways to go before they hit their ceiling. And there are some yummy opportunities available should you be able to snap them up. Now, time to spin the board again. Here come our gorgeous greens. Now, the only thing that these three locations have in common is that they have excellent investment opportunities and beautiful places to live. Donapol at 65k per square meter and Sheolim at 55k per square meter are the current favorites for residentials and rentals. They have excellent beach proximity, are close to the nightlife and all the hotspots, as well as allowing you the opportunity to go home to your peaceful bubble. Anjuna at 70k per square meters is of course one of the three major hotspots people come to Goa looking for. There is very little investment opportunity available here, but if you do get the opportunity to invest, buy it. Now, here come the dreaded dark blues. I have lost many a monopoly game to those properties. Now, what would the Goan equivalents be? I think it's safe to say that Asagao and Vagator take those spots at 90k per square meter and 75k per square meter. They are still the place to invest for resale and rental properties. When we are referring to the three hotspots people come to Goa looking for, it's these two and Anjuna that we're talking about. So, enough said. And that's the end of Goapoly. So I really hope that we were able to help you put prices and locations in perspective for when you are ready to invest in this beautiful state. Before we sign off, let's take a look at the board. There are obviously many places that we have not listed, since we had quite literally a limited playing field. If you feel differently about our placements on the board or want to know about pricing about a place we haven't listed, please comment below. And of course, as always, buy stress-free, call TPB.